I've generally, especially when I'm interviewing guitar players, I always bring up Paul Reed Smith's guitars.
Yeah.
I've done it with Paige Hamilton, who used to, I think maybe you endorsed him or he endorsed your product, I can't remember which, but as I sat on the bus, he was sitting there practicing with one of your guitars.
That's nice.
However, now he's with somebody else,
right.
but at least he's still using your guitars. What about Carlos Santana? He's still playing your guitars, I
Sure.
see. Yeah, he loves them.
He loves them, and he uses other things too, and it's all good. These are tools for these people to do their job, right?
Right. Who were some of the other people? I mean, obviously, like I say, we know Ted Nugent has played them, or I don't know.
Derek St. Holmes.
Derek St. Holmes, obviously, he was like the first person, rock star to play them. Who else plays them? And is someone we may?
Let me just stay right there. Derek's a very good guitar player. Most people don't realize what a good guitar player Derek is.
Yeah, I always thought of him as a singer.
No,
but
he's both. He's both.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorite rock and roll singers of all time. So.
Derek lives in Annapolis.
I see him out regularly at local band shows with his girlfriend. Cool. So the guys from Creed. Who were some of the other artists? What's Bill Gates doing with one of your guitars there on the wall?
Holding it. Carlos Santana just giving him a dragon. And we think it's the only picture we've ever seen with Bill Gates holding somebody else's product.
Right. That's an endorsement right there.
I don't know what it is, but he signed
We'll
it.
run
He
with
says,
it.
Paul, your guitars are great. Bill Gates, I mean, it's signed. It's cool. There's a huge number of people. You know, David Grissom, God knows how many people are playing the guitars. It's all on the website. Why don't your viewers go see it on the website and look at all the players that are using this stuff? I'll bring one person up. Neil Sean is on a mission right now with PRS guitars, and his son played last night. It was very cool. Miles can play.
Seen him a million times. Every time he's just amazing.
His son
so.
brings it. He was bringing it last night.
With all these people endorsing, do you also have a list of like people that you sponsor if you sponsor anybody, or?
That's the same thing in a way. Depends on the level, right? I mean, we're giving guitars away at Journey shows now. That would be a sponsorship of sorts. He's holding the guitar constantly in everything. You know, that's a sponsorship of sorts. So.
And kind of shift gears for a little bit, talk more about the guitar specifically. I know y'all came out with that new V12 finish.
Yeah, what about it?
It's like, I was actually going to ask a similar question. It's like, I know a little bit about what that finish does, but like what, through your eyes, does it add to PRS guitars?
It's very thin and very crystalline, and it's pretty impervious to things like bug spray or, you know, that stuff. So I really like it. It sounds really good. I signed off on it because I thought it was a good musical instrument finish. We called it V12 because it was victory after 12 years of experimenting around. I think it's cool.
That's funny.
And that goes to answer another question that popped in my head, like what kind of testing and all, but you said it was kind of 12 years
12 years of struggling, and we finally shifted over from acrylic urethane top coat to V12, and we're just happy with it.
So what's an artist got to do or a guitar player got to do to get in the private stock room?
Ask. It was originally built for artists, right? They asked. It was never built originally for dealers to buy guitars. It was built for artists to be able to go in and pick out something special for themselves, right? It was called the private stash in the beginning. But that had, I didn't even think of it, but it had a drug connotation, so we changed it to private stock. I didn't mean it that way. It was my private stash of wood. I'd stashed it away. I didn't think of it that way. But someone said, "You can't call it that, Paul. That's a drug term." I'm like, "Oh, God." Yeah, look, I was the kid that really long hair that didn't do drugs. You know? I probably didn't do them because I didn't like them. Not because, I mean, that was part of the culture when I was growing up. I just didn't like it. It wasn't my thing. I thought it took away my ability to think.
It certainly does.
You had made the comment before saying it's like your private stash of wood. Like guitars are made from all different kinds of wood.
Right.
What is your preference?
Well,
What
we
do you
use
think
pretty
for-
much standard materials. These are time-proven materials, right? They've been on records and on tours for decades and decades and decades. Actually, some of these materials I'm listing, curly maple was on old violins, you know.
Right.
So, spruce. We used very typical musical instrument woods. We've experimented around with a lot of other stuff, and we found some good alternatives, but in general, we stay pretty standard. So, put me on the list to get in the magazine. I like that very much.
Will do. I thank you very much for your time.
All right, good. And thank your viewers for watching this thing, and thank you very much. All good.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Appreciate it.